how to take steps even when you have these uncomfortable feelings. And today we will be continuing this topic, and I want to finish it today here. And yesterday we mentioned about what we can do when we have these intense feelings of anxiety and fears, that stepping back, noticing these feelings, and noticing that we are the ones who are experiencing these feelings, and we have enough space to hold these feelings, and also asking and reminding yourself why you were trying to achieve certain goal, and thinking about which values brought us to this point and what we are trying to complete, and how we can invite these values into the action that we are trying to complete. And today we are going to discuss about willingness and what we can do if there will be a resistance, or if you cannot complete your plans the way as it was planned. So whenever we are facing with the uncomfortable feeling, instead of asking how do I get rid of this feeling, we can try inviting this feeling into our action and ask, can I carry this feeling with me? Imagine that your thoughts and emotions are like musical notes. Some notes are harmonious, some notes are dissonant, and together they create the music of your experience. And you don't need to silence the dissonant notes, you only need to decide, am I willing to carry this and take one step forward? And you can say, I'm noticing the thought that this doesn't matter. I'm noticing the thought that I can't do this. I'm noticing how my mind is telling me that it's too difficult, I can't handle this, or whatever feelings and thoughts you are having at that moment. You can use these sentences to help yourself to create distance between your thoughts, your feelings, yourself, and to remind yourself that it's still possible to continue and to take steps even in the presence of uncomfortable feelings and thoughts. Not because you feel like it, but because the action reflects who you want to be. And it's not about perfection or productivity, but it's about achieving the outcome even when these uncomfortable feelings are present, when they are there. And also it means choosing repeatedly who you want to be, who you want to become, and why this is important for you. You will not always follow through. Maybe sometimes you will skip some days and you will avoid certain tasks, or there would be some extra situations that it might not be possible for you to continue to do what you are doing. And this is a part of being human, and it's important not to turn this into self-criticism. Instead, asking yourself, what would I say to my best friend if they were in the same situation like me? Or what's the next small step I can take, can help you to keep momentum and to keep taking steps even when it gets difficult. And instead of wasting your time and energy on self-criticism or constantly criticizing yourself, you can approach yourself with kindness, compassion, and this would help you to go back faster into the track. So maybe during the days when it gets difficult to continue, maybe just opening laptop, just sitting in the chair, just taking one conscious breath and reviewing the first sentence might help to create momentum and to keep going. Action will include mistakes, it includes restarts, it includes falling off track and returning gently, and growth is never linear. Returning is the part of the practice. And also noticing where does your attention go whenever you are trying to continue or to do certain things in the presence of anxiety. When you are about to take a step, notice where your attention goes. Very often it drifts into the future, and you might have some thoughts such as, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work? What if I embarrass myself? Or your mind and attention might be in the past. Maybe you have some thoughts such as, I have tried this before, I never follow through, I always mess this up, and your attention leaves the small step in front of you and gets lost in imagined future or remembered disappointments. Each time when you notice that your mind is drifting, that your attention is shifting, gently notice this, because it's not a problem, it's not a failure, it's just something your mind does automatically, and it's the way human mind works. So gently inviting your attention back into the present moment, back to this moment, to your body, to your breath, as we have already discussed in previous sections, back to the values that brought you here, would help you to stay more focused and concentrated on what you were trying to do. You are not required to solve everything right now. You are not required to rewrite your past. You are only invited to take the first smallest step, and generally it's becoming the point that creates momentum and helps you to increase your motivation, help you to stay focused, to stay concentrated. And each time you notice your attention drifting, gently guide it back like guiding a child by the hand. Return to the value that brought you here and let your attention rest not on fear, not on doubt, not on imagined outcomes, but on this single meaningful step and your value that brought you here. And imagine gardening. Oftentimes we are too much worrying about the outcomes, and we are stuck in the problems or in the challenges that we are having, that we forget about the journey and why we forget about the reasons that brought us here. That's why considering a bigger picture, your journey, and seeing yourself and your challenges as a part of this journey might help to decrease these feelings of anxiety or any negative, uncomfortable feelings that you are having at that moment. And also considering about other people, other perspectives, and considering their situation, and that we are among many people who are experiencing pain, difficulties, challenges, might help to decrease intensity of your feelings. For instance, imagine gardening. You don't only focus on the final harvest, you notice the soil, the seeding, and the scent of the earth, the gradual growth, and every moment of care matters. When you focus on value in motion, every small step has value, even if the big goal is not reached yet, and the journey itself becomes meaningful. Take a moment and ask yourself, what value feels alive in me today? And what tiny action, even if for 3 minutes, you could do to express that value in the next 48 hours. And when resistance shows up, or when there are some obstacles or some uncomfortable feelings or thoughts, ask yourself and tell yourself, I'm willing to carry this and move anyway. And that's how real change happens, not through forcing yourself, but through not through waiting for motivation, not through feeling ready, but through committed values, aligned action, and taking one small step that's possible at a time. You don't need to feel ready, you just need to take the next small step. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you want to continue to listen to this kind of content, don't forget to follow me, and you can always leave your questions in the comments. Thank you.